This program is brought to you by Newsworks in cooperation with Eau Claire County. This program is simulcast on WRFP-LP 101.1.
I move that we go into public session.
Yeah. Okay, this is our,
Take a vote.
take all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Been a long afternoon.
Yeah, it's been.
The purpose of this portion of it is to take public input from the public concerning the county budget that we are in the process of doing. If you have been here earlier, you heard some of the discussion of some of the departments that brought their budgets to us that our committee has concern with. We are the Finance and Budget Committee, and we cover three departments. And then eventually we will get all the departments after they have gone through administration. All the budgets from the departments will go through administration. They'll be looked at that point. Then they'll come to us. We will look at it with the departments and the administration, and then eventually to county board. So that was in November. At the November meeting, there will be a 2-day presentation of the budgets and an opportunity for the county board to weigh in on. So tonight we're taking public input on the issues that you folks have about the county, about the budget. So we'll introduce people here. We'll start with Robin. So
Hi, I'm Robin Leary. I'm a supervisor from District 23, which encompasses the LaSalle Street, Princeton Valley area, as well as a sliver of the town of Seymour. And I'm pleased to be here and hope you all have some comments for us.
Mike Conlon, District 10, the western portion of Washington Township. And again, thank you all for coming.
I'm Jim Dunning. I'm the chair of the Finance and Budget Committee, and I'm in District 18, which includes all of the dormitories at the university on the upper campus, and 9 homes and 2 senior centers. So.
Nick Smyer, District 15. It's Randall Park and the surrounding areas.
And I'm Stella Pagonis. I'm District 4, which is Altoona, part of Altoona.
Okay, so now you've got the committee, and what we will do is we've got a list of people, and if you haven't signed up, we'll call for names at the end, and we will give you all a chance to give your spiel. We'd appreciate it if you'd come up to the microphones up here. Are these mics on now? Okay, so if you'd come up to there, and at least come up behind the podium when we call your name and go there. The first person that signed up is Eleanor Wolf. So Eleanor, if you'd come up. The next person is Barb Geerink, and she'll be the next whenever you're ready. Okay, Eleanor.
Hi, thank you for giving us this opportunity. Is this mic working?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm here because of living wage, and as you know, I'm sure, I was one of the strong advocates for the living wage, and I just want to tell you how pleased I am with the ADRC arrangements now to provide that service directly, and I'm so glad it's working out, and I'm sure it's going to be an improved service and with better food. So I'm delighted with that outcome, and not only that, just the good wages that the people are making doing that food preparation. But I just want to ask, and maybe you can tell me before I make my comment. My understanding is that the Abby Van contract will be up for 2018. Is that correct? They had a 3-year contract with the county.
The transportation contract is being looked at.
Okay, and that's what I want to address, because I haven't heard any scuttlebutt about what the negotiations are, but I would ask the county to strongly consider going with an arrangement with the city and talking to the city, and I hope that you're doing that now.
They do.
Okay, talking with the city so that The potential is there, and I've talked to many people on the transit committee, and the potential is there for the county and the city to provide that. Basically, it would be the city providing that service directly and the county contracting with the city. So I don't know what the arrangements are between city and county, but I just think that farming some of these jobs out and then paying very poor wages, which has happened in the past, they paid starting wage of $8 an hour, is unconscionable. And now with our living wage ordinance, we should be able to attract competent and caring drivers that will be an asset to the service and to the community and to the people they serve. So just making a pitch for that service and hoping that something can be worked out so that the drivers are, well, they will be paid a living wage. And but I think we can even do better with providing a service directly through the city. And that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person is Barb Gehring, followed by Star White.
Hi, I'm here to speak on behalf of the L.A. Phillips Senior Center, and to just give you some of my experiences. I've been a resident of the community for 8 to 9 years, and when I first moved here, I knew nobody in town. And it was a wonderful way to get to know a community of people and to get into exercise programs and to extend your mind and to stretch your mind a little bit with all of the classes and things that they offer there. My biggest comment is nobody thinks they're going to get old. They all think they're going to get older, but not one person ever thinks they're going to get old. And then one day you look in the mirror and you say, oh my God, it's my mom looking back at me. And
Tell me.
so you know that things have got to change a little bit. The one thing about the senior center that, and I'm trying to tell you that I think that the funding should be, it shouldn't be decreased. If anything, I think it could be increased. We have a larger population. They have gotten a bigger parking lot by condemning 2 buildings and building this parking lot. And there are days that I've come there for exercise class at 8:30 in the morning, and there isn't a parking lot spot to be found. Because the senior center also does invite other groups to have meetings and things there. But it is a very well-used facility. I think that it's a win-win situation for the community as well as for people like myself. You have to keep yourself strong physically and emotionally. And when you get older, as I said, none of us want to get old, people just don't take you seriously, or they overlook you, or your opinion isn't valued as much as what, if you're in a mixed group of people, it seems like sometimes you're just overlooked, and what you're saying isn't relevant because, you know, you've raised your children, you know, you're retired, you don't have a job, you know, people think you're probably going out to lunch every day, and that's about what you do. But to go to a senior center, to keep your mind and your body strong, gives back to the community, because who volunteers in this community? It's senior citizens. Who are the people that you see at the polling stations voting for people? Senior citizens. They're the people that pick up the pieces when families disintegrate, grandparents that take care of children, not paid usually, people that volunteer for literacy programs and volunteer at the hospitals. But we can't do that unless we can stay strong emotionally and physically. And I think what our senior center does is do that. It gives people a purpose in life, a place to go to, a place to expand their horizons, and to keep them healthy. And that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Barb. Star White? It is Star.
Hi. I don't have any prepared notes. I'm kind of doing this just on the fly here, but I first of all would like to say thank you very much for the funding that you have given the senior center in the past. it's an incredible place. When I moved back to Eau Claire a couple of years ago, Eau Claire was my hometown, but I had moved away for a number of years. I just was sitting in my recliner at home, and that was going to be my life now. And I had a dear friend said, you need to go to the senior center with me. And she said, if nothing else, they have great coffee and it's cheap. So she took me down there, and it's been a blessing ever since. I can't say enough good about that place. The directors are caring and congenial and are finding programs for us all the time. The seminars and the programs that are offered are incredible, things that I never ever thought that I could partake of again. It's just amazing, and all I can say is good, and I hope that the funding will continue, and as the previous speaker said, maybe even increase. Thank you.
Thank you. Gary Mathis, followed by Mary Pickard Anderson.
I'm just here to support the Senior Citizen Center, and I think my story is pretty typical. I had some health issues and stuff a couple years back and had to go cardiac rehab and stuff, and as we all know, that's pretty expensive. And so to get out of that, I started going to the Senior Citizen Center, and I originally was from out of state. And of course, it's so affordable to go there. And because of all the issues I had and stuff, I used to suffer the winter blues and stuff. Now when I no longer have to worry about that. When I go in there, everybody gives me hugs and they say hi, Gary, and stuff. And my story's pretty typical. The people that I exercise with, they've all got a similar story. So I just want you to keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. Mary?
Thanks. I usually am the last one to talk, but I guess Stella didn't push me to the bottom of the list. But I know. Thanks, Jim. First of all, thank you for your support. Being at the Senior Center for 10 years and also being involved in the not-for-profit world, prior life 27 years at the Eau Claire Y, I know funding is tight, and I know that you guys do a fabulous job in stretching those dollars, and that you're very conscious of where they go. But I have to tell you that I am the luckiest person in the world to work with these people. I mean, as much as they say the place is great, it's great because of them. We wouldn't have the senior center that we have today if it weren't for the people that come through the door. And one of the things that, when you say staff, we have a pretty minimal staff. There's myself, there is a program director, we have a gal that answers the phone, we have that, and she's only there like, half of the day, and then we have a cleaning lady, cleaning man in the morning and cleaning lady at night. So it's pretty minimal, but that's because of these people. We can do all the things that we do. We feel very fortunate that we also live in a community that believes in collaboration. So we have the opportunity to collaborate with organizations like the Mayo Hospital, various institutions in the city that support the aging process and believe that we all are, as Barb said, going to grow old, and that our main goal at the Senior Center is to help our seniors age actively. And so our programs are very much geared towards actively aging so that we can keep our seniors in their homes, contributing to the community and their families. So thank you. I promise you that the dollars you give are stretched and used wisely, and we can make your dollars go a long, long ways in regards to the impact that it can make on the community. So thanks.
Thanks, Mary. Marty Green, followed by Tom and Ann Gruey.
I'm also here to support the Senior Center. I've lived in Eau Claire for 41 years, retired 14 years ago, and that's when I joined the Senior Center. And after 3 open heart surgeries and 3 heart attacks, the Senior Center, as I have observed it, is a treasure in our community. The fact that people come there to do various things, physically, mentally, it's been a wonderful place for those of us who are part of cardiac rehab. Mayo does a great job at the Senior Center. is a great place to play cards, to go to seminars, and Mary does a terrific job, of course. And I just want to support it and say that it's been a wonderful place. And even though I've only gone there for 14 years, and having lived here for 41 years, I didn't really realize what a wonderful place it was until I got old. I heard one of the ladies talk about, gee, all of a sudden you get old. I'm from Chicago originally, some of you know that. And I was having lunch about 3 months ago with my softball team. And these are guys I played softball with when I was 12. I'm now 74. And one of the guys looked at me and says, gee, where has the time gone? Well, the time has been a pleasant surprise by being able to be a member of the Senior Center. Thank you.
Thanks. Tom and Ann Gruy, followed by Nancy Holland.
We're wearing our name tags from the previous thing we were at. I work in the library at the Senior Center, and I've never seen any of you there during the day. So let me tell you a little bit about what it's like. You know, you walk in, and what you hear is laughter and conversation and kidding. It's a wonderful place. It gives to our community, not just Eau Claire, but surrounding areas. And it gives, as you've heard, on so many different levels. I hope you will continue to support it.
I'm here because I'm involved in the physical part, in the weightlifting and in the circuit classes on machines to keep ourselves physically strong. I'm 84 years old, and I used to be a dentist in Eau Claire. And this is the greatest thing in town. I work out on a regular basis. And Steve Olson is the director. He's a retired policeman. And he's been there for years. I was in his first class many years ago. And I want to continue.
It's hard for both of us to speak up, but we just did.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nancy Holland?
Hello, thank you very much for hearing us. I am new to the community. I have been here just a little over a year. I'm from the eastern side of the state. And the town I am from does not value seniors like this town does. This is one of the reasons I wanted to move here, is because this community values seniors. And one of the biggest assets this community has is the Senior Center. It helps, you've heard all these testimonials on how it's helped people. I'm a retired teacher. I've only been retired for a couple of years. And I've been working out since I've been very young, and this center does not treat us as if we are old and decrepit. Try to take one of Mary's classes sometime, and you will be winded when you're finished. But people in at the Senior Center value seniors. This community values seniors. And I hope that you will continue to help support this center. It is vital to this community. It has helped me make friends, and I have been able, through people, the network in the Senior Center, I am now volunteering in the Eau Claire schools, so I'm giving back to students on a volunteer basis, tutoring, etc. So it spreads out into the community when you get seniors involved. Thank you.
She was the last one that has signed up, but a number of you have come in since we started. So if anyone else would like to speak, just raise your hand and come on up. Sir, you're up. Give us your name and what topic you want to talk about.
Well, let's see. Senior Center, I guess.
Well, you don't have to, you can talk about it.
You got something else on your mind?
Okay.
Can I get your name first?
Oh, that's a secret. No, Roger Adams. And I've been going to the Senior Center for a couple of years now. And I find it to be the most friendly, well-cooperative type of people that I've ever met, practically. And this is brought out by the staff. And Mary is excellent, and the other people are excellent too. They are concerned and believe in the people. And this, I mean, they have so many things you can do. They have an art program. They have a music program. And the people are the ones that produce it. I mean, you know, the people, the seniors that are participating. And you don't have to be perfect. And that's wonderful. And I'm there also because of my health, and I need to be there. And if I didn't have that place to go, I'm not sure where I would go. So the other thing is that I find, you know, like they said, socializing, card playing, everything, and you make friends, and you create associations, and you create love in the air. That's what the Senior Center is. Love for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Yes, come, oh, got two people? Give us your name and your subject you want to talk about.
My name is Patricia Anderson, and the subject is the Senior Center. I was not going to come up, but I would be amiss to miss this opportunity to tell you about the diversity in the Senior Center. The Senior Center welcomes all people, no matter what race or color or nationality, or even what state you're from, because I am from Chicago. But
he is a Cub fan. You got it.
I'm a Cub fan too. I'm from Chicago. But 9 years ago, when my daughter pulled me up here to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, she was having my first grandchild 9 years ago. And what was it for me to do but babysit? And then after a while, she said, Mom, you know, you need to get out and do things. I said, but I don't know anyone or anything here, because my life was in Chicago. And she said, the Senior Center. The Senior Center has everything there and there's everybody there. And lo and behold, I went there and I learned the computer. They will teach you every phase and aspect of the computer or electronics, because we learn our cell phone. We get around and say, how do you do this? How do you do that? And somebody would say, you know, they have the one-on-one with the college students. So we can tell them at the Senior Center, we need someone to teach us how to use this new phone, cell phone we have. And they would hook us up with a college student that would come into the Senior Center and teach us how to use our cell phone, how to use our tablets, how to use whatever electronics that we get. And that is so fantastic, and it's free to us there. That part is free. What we do pay for is very minimal, and it's something like going out to a dinner theater. Now, of course, you're going to pay for your ticket, you're going to pay for the bus, but things like that you expect, and they try to keep the cost low, so they investigate and everything. So the Senior Center has everything for seniors. Please, please, please let the doors stay open. Give us some money and a little bit more. We will love you to death.
And you can invite more Chicago Cubs fans. Sir, you had your hand up. Come on up. Give us your name and the subject. I probably can guess, but you can change it if you want.
My name is Tom Jewell. I retired from the university here in 1999. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was looking around for something to do, something other than twiddle my thumbs, and I made the mistake of saying, I'm so old. And they said, well, there's some old people down at the senior center. I said, but they are too old. They're too old. I said, how old are you? Well, today I'm 78, and I think I'm going to be 79 some of these days. I joined the workout facility, and within 30 seconds of walking into that place, about 5 people walked up to me, shook my hand, introduced themselves, and said, we're glad to have you here. And my jaw dropped down, just immediately. I said, really? Me? You don't even know me. Oh, we'll get to know you. And they have. I should tell you this, there is, along with the workout facility, which is fantastic, there is a group of us that get together following every single workout for coffee. And there's a coffee table that's circular. This coffee table, the smallest group that I've ever seen around there was maybe 4 or 5 people. But the biggest group was like 30. There's one gentleman that brings in his granddaughter at least once a week. Her name is Lisbon, and she is a doll. She's 2 years old. She has 27 grandparents. 27 grandparents that all want to hold her, and she loves it. It is a fantastic place. There are so many things to do, and it's such an asset to the community. I can't believe it. 6 o'clock in the morning, there's traffic pulling in there.
Doesn't open till 8.
But we pay very little attention. But it's a fantastic place. It's a great place, and please support it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? We've had a good number.
Can I just remind everyone to take the survey?
Yes.
Usually I push the survey really hard, and this year I haven't done much, so I don't know whether there's.
Well, it'll be good computer practice for your class. Go onto the county website, and right there it'll talk about the budget cycle, and on that it'll be take the survey. It's rather easy to do, and gives us your views of what the county should do in other aspects of what we're doing. You know, whether it's what other services that we provide besides senior centers. So, but yeah, take that survey, and we expect a big boost tomorrow.
I took it 4 times last year.
You got to take it from different computers.
I
It'll recognize you if you have the same computer. Yes.
You go first.
I was just going to ask, could we set up a computer in the senior center where the seniors could take it and then
Yes.
they do?
Yes.
But I mean, if we did that, it'd be all coming from the same computer, but it would be 150,000 different people.
Yeah, does it?
It still works.
It still works. Okay. All right. Yes.
So it's on the County of Eau Claire website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I just had one addendum there. You realize that the senior population is getting bigger. That we've expanded like 2.2% since 2010. And that's almost over 15,000 seniors in the county. And with the baby boom generation going through this, generations here, there's just gonna be more seniors that want to have wonderful experiences like we've all described. So I can't see where the funding can go down unless, what would be your rationale?
Well, one of these days, Nick and I are going to join the senior age group.
I think we're pretty much all qualified.
Take Jerry's class.
Well, if there's no other comments that want to be made on that, we could take a motion to
Move to close the public session.
close the public session.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. You can stick around. We got a couple more things, but we'll move back to the agenda.
This program was brought to you by a cooperation between Newsworks and Eau Claire County. Newsworks is made possible by continuing community support. If you would like to volunteer or make a donation, please contact us via phone at 715-839-5067 or online at valleymediaworks.org.